This is your teacher, Dr. Osama Kashwa, and this is another lecture in project management. And we will talk about the project success. We will talk about the project success. So the project success, we have to ask questions, define project success, define project management success. Can you achieve one but not the other? Those are the questions which we'll answer about it. So the first thing that we want to say that the project success is a topic which is frequently discussed and yet rarely agreed upon. What is the meaning of success? To what limit is this success? Where this success is going? How far we reach it? 70% of the target, 80% of the target, 100% of the targeted success? Did we reach to what we want exactly, or less or more? The concept of a project success has remained ambiguous, defined. It is a concept which can mean so much to say to so many different people because of varying perceptions. Because people different in their perceptions also, the criteria, the word success itself may differ from a person to another person in identifying it. It might be different from a person to another. And leads to disagreements about whether a project is successful or not. So we're still saying, we're talking about that a project, we might consider it success, but others no. Or we might succeed completely success, while other people consider it mild success, and so on. Must agree success criteria at start, otherwise members travel in different directions. One or more will perceive projects or failure. Now, things which we have to know, that first, the projects are formed to accomplish objectives. There must be an objective for any project. There must be an objective for any project. Project has hierarchy of objectives. Hierarchy means main objective, then prompt into sub-objectives and so on. The word hierarchy means like a chain of command. We call it chain of command, means like as example in the army, the colonel to the lieutenant and so on to the sergeant, whatever. So the same thing, unlike in the bishop system and like in the professors in the university, as professor, then professor assistant, and instructor, and so on. So the way the word saying phases, it means like it consists, the hierarchy here means that it consists of phases of objectives. I will not finish the building or the construction as a project, a building construction within one day. I have to divide it into phases, and each phase considered for me an objective. As example, to finish the 5 stories building, I have to finish first the construction of the concrete of the ground floor. Then I will go to the first floor, then the second floor, then third floor, then fourth floor. Each of them is considered partially objective of these objectives. Okay, so that at the end I will finish the building of the 5 stories. Okay. So how and why? We are talking about the goals and purposes and the outputs and the inputs. So goal, purpose, output, inputs. The inputs will turn into outputs, then the purpose, then the goal. Okay. Let us see project goal. What do you mean by the project goal? Strategic long-term objective of projects. Strategic long-term objective of projects. Project purpose. Near-term effect on users by using outputs. So, okay. Project outputs. This is the purpose of the project. Near-term effects on users by using outputs. Okay. Project outputs, immediate deliverable. What the project manager manage. Okay. Project inputs and activities defined by schedule, time, budget, cost, and the scope. So we have 3 things here. for the project activities. Actually, those are the triangle, which we talk always on the project management, which are the time, the cost, and the scope. The three things: time or the schedule, budget, and the scope. Okay. Organization strategic plans are given. So here, where there is global and purpose responsibilities, we say senior management in project initiating organization set goals and ultimate responsibilities for link between the goal and the purpose. So they put, we have a goal and we have a purpose. So we always try to make a link between the goal and the purpose, how to achieve this goal. Formulation of goal and purpose outside responsibilities of project management. Whose responsibility is production of outputs? Okay, but project management or manager must review appropriates of link of the goals and the purposes. So it's the duty of the project manager to review always the link between the goals and the purposes. In relation to the outputs also, that's what we call the scope management. And project manager must know owner's strategic plan to appreciate the goals and the purposes. Also, the project manager is responsible for producing outputs, but determination of project purpose beyond their responsibility. Yeah. So determination of project purpose is beyond their responsibility. Yeah. But he's responsible for producing the outputs. This is his responsibility. Okay. So project end, when they are delivered to the customer, this, yes, the project will be end. We call it the close phase, when the project is given to the ended and delivered to the final user. That is the point at which project management ends. So when we reach to the closing phase and the project is delivered already, then this will be the end of the project. They do not consider the wider criteria which will affect the project once in use. We talked before about the project management success, and we have here what are the criteria for the project management success. Focus on the project process, also manner in which project manager process conducted. Project management has, or project manager has, ultimate responsibility for the project management, and it's related to outputs and the inputs. Okay. The project management success. So the inputs and the outputs are the main sources of the success.